Okay. Word on the street with Sam Rock, but not with Greg B. Um, I just want to talk about the issues that's going on in Rocky Mount today and about the leadership on both sides, black and white. I'm trying to figure out where's the leaders at in this city. Why is nobody speaking against this SB 473 forward? I know people are speaking against it, but where is the white community not talking about it? We need to come together as one if we're going to defeat what's going on in this city. No, sometimes I get tired of just me and Greg, Tyreek Pittman, Gwen Wilkins speaking on these issues. And it's like nobody's listening. Rocky Mount is not going to grow until everybody come together in this city. Black, white, Chinese, Mexican, whatever race you want to be. But we cannot allow people that been in office 20-some years dictate how the city gonna go on their behalf. Now it's not gonna happen on my watch. I think they've been in there too long, and it's time for them to go. You know, I talk about it all the time. People need to start talking, calling the governor, calling the Capitol, and telling them what's going on in this city. You know, since Beth Woods came here and did the audit, people been backlashing her, talking about she's a corrupt Democrat and all that type of stuff. But I don't think so. I just think that they mad at her because they found stuff that they was doing was wrong. Not only she found stuff on African Americans, she found stuff on the white community. You know, I'm not gonna say no names, so I'm not gonna put him out there. But he haven't said nothing. But they the ones fighting. The two ones I know that everybody is always in the newspaper. They fighting for their own good, and they just need to stop. They need to go. They really do, because we lost a lot of stuff, and a lot of things in Rocky Mount. We lost the fair. We lost Pizza Inn. We lost Walgreens. We lost, what else we lost? We lost Chinkin Furniture. We had lost a lot of stuff on Edgecombe County side. And they always talking about we need to put the money downtown. Y'all put over $2 million downtown in the last 2 years. All the wards haven't even, in the last 2 years, all the wards together ain't got $120,000 together. But these guys have got over $2.3 million downtown in the last 2 years. People, when y'all gonna wake up? They only benefiting because they have property down there. Property they got over the 20 years that since they've been in office. Like I said again, since Mr. Knight came in office in 2003, he didn't have 2 pennies to rub together. Now he got everything he want now, and crying like a baby when he don't get his way. So every year, we are always got to pull these guys out of jail. People, we gotta let them go. We can't keep pulling you out of jail. You didn't pay $47,000 for the light bill. They wrote that off. And it was bad enough that you still was in the hole with the light bill situation. So, y'all gonna just keep letting him do this to the citizens? To the poor people? To the rich people? The middle class people? It ain't fair. And he talking about I ain't showing them no receipts, blah, blah, this. Hey, you gotta show us. We put you in office. Show us the receipts. If you got them, show them. That's what we want to see. We want to see the receipts. If you want Samuel Ballard, Tyreek Pittman, Gwen Wilkins to get your back and fight with you, show me the receipts that you got. Stand on truth. Stand on your word. Because right now your word means nothing. You the same man that went down there and got a man criminal record and threw him out there and talked all about him and gave it to somebody else. You the same man. People need to know who you are. You the same man went to somebody's house and told them that the city was going to take the church, but you could get it for them and you bought the church for $2,000, and then you end up inheriting the church. You're the same man. You're the same man that a man that been knowing you for 30, 40 years, Mr. Herman T. Jones, and now y'all want to take his property for eminent domain. You're the same man. And also, you're the same man, the church on Marigold Street, the other pastor that y'all helped gave him $160,000 to fix his Cobra, and gave him money and fixed the Cobra for him for free. You're the same man, but you won't do that for Mr. Herman Jones. Fix the Cobra that y'all say he got a bad Cobra. But the word is out that y'all want to take his property because y'all want to bring a courtyard out there. Not a courtyard motel, a courthouse to downtown. And that's the only way that y'all can get the LGB, the local government, with the LG, whatever it is, to come down there to Rocky Mount to help get your parking there in your motel, because everything else failed. People need to be watching the guy in Alabama that got locked up on bid rigging, that he's about to stand trial in a couple more months. They need to figure out what's going to happen in that case, because if that guy ever said some funny stuff, went on in Rocky Mount, you know what's going to happen? It's going to be a federal indictment coming back to Rocky Mount. People better start looking at Mr. Knight and Mr. Reuben Blackwell in a different way, because some of these issues, I'm not saying that they done everything bad, but they did do something was wrong. And I can bet that. I know for a fact that they did some stuff was wrong. Look at the complaints at OIC. Our own people are making complaints on there saying how bad it is to go to OIC. But he said OIC is Rocky Mountain. Look at those complaints, people. You can go online and read them complaints, boy. And there's a lot of angry people out there is talking junk. So Mr. Blackwell, OIC cannot be the city of Rocky Mountain if you got all those complaints. So I just want people to know, man, there's a lot of people fighting behind the scenes, want these guys out. You cannot keep going with this corrupted government that we go through. It's nothing downtown. Prime Rib Smokehouse is moving to the mill. And they brought him here to Rocky Mountain. They paid for the building to be fixed for him. And guess what he did? He got out of there. He's going to the mill. So that tells you what's going on. People are getting away from these guys. Don't be a fool for these guys. Don't let these guys keep lying to you. Trust your instinct, because these guys have done this city dirty for the last 20 years, but they even went harder in the last 8 years to dog this city out. And people, if we don't wake up to get these people out of it, if we don't pray together, we're going to fall all together. You can believe that. So this bill, SB 473, is not a racist bill. This is for all the elected officials in the state of North Carolina that has got their hands in the cookie jar. It's time for you to get your hands out of the cookie jar, because this bill right here can send you to jail. And everybody talking about, well, it's going to hurt the nonprofit. Who cares? If you're doing right, you ain't got to worry about it. Half of the people in this city don't have a nonprofit, so it don't make a difference to half of us. Just do right. Like I said again at the city council, do right by God and the people. Just all you got to do, right by God and the people. And you wouldn't have this problem. But when you don't want to do right by God and the people and do right by yourself, now you want to cry that people are picking on you. You 52 years old, Mr. Knight, and you cry worse than a baby. Ain't nobody's picking on you. If you need a couple milk balls or pacifiers, we got them for you, because you cry too much, entirely too much. And what you did to Mr. Sandy Robinson and all that stuff, they say you threatened him and you out of order and all this type of stuff, man, you've been doing this for years. Everybody need to go back and look at your old clips. You did it to you did it to Mayor Combs, and you're doing it now for Sandy Robinson. But I know If Mr. Fred Turner was here, you would have never got out of line with him. So that's why you do things. You try to bully people, Mr. Knight. So people just need to wake up. And all I want to tell people at the end of the day, man, we got to stop all this stuff on Facebook, in the newspaper, going back and forth, whites and blacks, because God only made one race, and it's the human race. And people need to wake up and say, you know what, I ain't going to feed into that. You got T.J. Walker all over the paper. You got Mr. Knight all over the paper, which, if Mr. Knight doing wrong, he should be in the paper. If T.J. Walker doing wrong, he should be in the paper. But we should not, uphold like, oh, T.J. Walker did the right thing, voting against him. Only thing I got to say, sometimes you got to become a man to step out of your own environment. Did I think T.J. Walker did the right thing? Yes, but we don't need to put it all on Facebook and spread it in the newspaper to get other citizens upset. He did what he's supposed to do. He made the right decision, and he got to live with it. If y'all people in this city cannot live with the decision that T.J. Walker made, y'all crazy. Because y'all live with some bad decisions what Mr. Knight did. Like taking down the monument for $250,000. And I'm not racist, but he used that money, $250,000 to take down the monument. And the company told him they were going to take it down in 10 days for like $50,000. He told, nah, we need to hurry up. So he speeded the process up with more money. I don't think they took it down. I think some people got some kickbacks off of that. And that was wrong for him to do. They wasted money by doing that. And he always wants stuff to come his way. He don't talk about the PPP loans he got down there on his buildings. He filed 4 PPP loans on his building downtown. $20,000 he got. And people, you talking about he's for him. For the people, he for him. He's for himself. Now for Ruben, I can't say that much. But Ruben is not bad as Mr. Knight. I really kind of like Ruben in a way. But when he started making bad choices with Mr. Knight, that would make me dislike Mr. Blackwell. He's a very intelligent brother. He's probably one of the smartest people on that council, next to Lyle Dortcher and Sandy Robertson. And I think that Mr. Blackwell needs to step down, because you cannot serve two gods. And the reason why I say that, you cannot serve the OIC and the NAACP, because when people got issue with the city of Rocky Mount, they got to come before you. You got to vote on it. And you can't help us when you sit on them boards and hurting us in that way. So that's why I think that Mr. Blackwell and Andre Knight need to step down. If you don't step down in the city, step away from the NAACP, the electric board, and the OIC. And maybe you can do something for the city. Until then, I don't think you can do nothing for the city when you sit on all the board. It's connected to the city. So I'm just talking to the citizens. You have your own opinion, your own rejections about everything. But we living in a tough time. Our president, Joe Biden, not a bad guy, but he made crazy mistakes in America. This country, you can't keep giving money away, because that money got to be counted for at the end of the day. And all these guys are looking for grant money. None of those guys ever been a business owner, a stockholder, or nothing. None of them guys ever own a business that's in power now. None of them. Like Mr. Andre Knight and Ruben Black, they never owned a business. They never owned a business, so they don't know nothing about business anyway. They never played sports, so they don't know nothing about teamwork. Those guys are for self. I never seen nothing like this in my life. I know more guys in prison have more respect than anybody and work together. These guys don't want to work together on nothing unless it's their weight. It's crazy. This city is really crazy. And people better just wake up, man. Lisa Bourne, keep doing what you're doing. Keep pushing this bill. Because this bill needs to be pushed through to make Rocky Mount better. Because if she pushed this bill through, you'll see what ORC is really made of. Because they won't get that. They won't be able to get none of this non-profit money that Ruben and they're using the city of Rocky Mount for a bank. You'll see what Mr. Knight really made of. Can he keep them buildings up? Can he keep fixing his buildings up without this money? Y'all gonna really see if this bill come through and see where he at. The man owned 3 Jaguars. 3 Jaguars. And he got the Jaguars in 4 years. All 3 of them Jaguars he got them in 4 years. But he can't pay his light bill. He cannot pay $47,000. And the thing with this, I'm just gonna say, nah, Mr. Knight, he don't owe $47,000. He don't owe $47,000. Just say that we're gonna knock $37,000 off. We're gonna be generous. We're gonna knock $37,000 off. He still didn't pay what he owed. If they was all late fees that accumulated up like that, he still didn't pay the money that he owed. He wasn't going to intend to pay the money anyway. He using the city as a bank. After they wiped that light bill off, he had another light bill behind. He was behind, and they wiped that off. We can't keep wiping this stuff off. Can I get $3,000 wiped off of my light bill? Can y'all get $3,000 wiped off of y'all light bill? If he the city, if we voted him in, we should be able to get free light bill for a whole year. That he getting it free. Let the whole city get it. Let everybody in the city get light bill knocked off. That'll be like God change water to wine. Yeah. Rochelle Small Tone, just tell everybody we're gonna change it. We're gonna change it. Everybody for free light bill. She ain't gonna happen. But see, people ain't looking at the thing how Miss Small Tony came in here. She was already corrupt everywhere she came. There was always something about her. And y'all still brought her in here. That don't seem crazy to y'all? That don't seem crazy to y'all? And I'm talking to my people, the black community now. They don't seem that this lady was messed up. Everywhere she went, she was messed up. And now she comes in bringing all her people in here. The assistant city manager, gone. The other assistant city manager, gone. The other assistant city manager, gone. What's them her people? What's going on? Other people are leaving. It's telling you, it's about to get real heated in that room in the city of Rocky Mount. It's about to get real warm. So people, all I'm telling y'all, don't listen to nobody. Let's research and listen to what the community is talking about. Listen to what people are talking on these podcasts. And just think for yourself. Because I know everybody in the city of Rocky Mount not fools, are dummies. This man didn't have nothing in 2001. But this man got 15 and 13 buildings. People, that's all I got to say. Till next time, this is Word on the Street with Sam Rock.